Hey guys, I'm Perry, a pro jungler in the NACL/Academy League. I've played on Dignitas Academy last year, and I've been maintaining Challenger for the last 3 years. Today we're going to be reviewing an Emerald level game, off-meta jungler, Garen, but we're pretty much going to be focusing on how to understand, how to properly gather information, how to understand weakside/strongside, and realistically the general jungle fundamentals, because the person here coaching here used to be a top lane main, used to be a mid lane main on Garen, but he wants to transition into jungle. So to begin with, as always, we want to be looking at our lanes, which lane we want to path to. And as a general rule of thumb, I know you're a top lane main, but pathing to bot lane will be the key to winning most games.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, something I mentioned was I'm very bad at ganking bot lane, so I
right,
generally avoid it and I
right,
play top mid.
right. So what we'll also think about is ganking on Garen is a really unique thing. Uh, but realistically, what I'm thinking about is not the gank itself, but the
Yeah.
pressure, the impact you can have on the lane. Most of the time, when you have impact on a lane like Cho'Gath and Shen, it's not going to be much. When there are other options to play for, let's say your bot lane is playing, hard scaling, they're just gonna lose. It's just not good to path for. Then you should play into the top side. Otherwise, it should be your default to play into mid bot. Anyway, the
Okay.
first thing I think about when I see this is summoner spells, right?
Yeah.
Summoner spell, summoner spell, summoner spell, summoner spell, summoner spell. Right. The next thing I think about is champions. And when you just collect this information, it's a simple process of who has priority, which lanes are volatile, and which lanes are aggressive. So first thing I see is top lane could be
Shen's aggressive.
volatile if
Yeah.
if Shen wants to make it aggressive, right? Talon has ignite, so he wants
Aggressive.
to play aggressive, but at level 3.
He wants to be aggressive before Lost Chapter on
Right.
Mal's.
Right.
Before after that, he's gonna have to figure. We'll have to assess.
Right.
That's how I think of it.
Right. At some point he's gonna want to do something, and then ball in here is the most important thing to think about. So what are your thoughts on this ball in?
I I really don't like Kaisa Senna as a duo. I mean, I guess they're like a poke comp, so they could potentially get pushed. But to me, I just think Twitch Karma is so much stronger. And I'm not sure, but definitely gonna be volatile. It's like poke v poke.
Right. So let's say Karma and Twitch have prio like in the early game, and they have prio for the rest of the game. What's gonna happen?
I mean, they can perma invade me.
Did they can perma invade you? Karma can perma move on the map. Talon can't play the game because Karma will just keep coming hovering the Malzahar. These guys are playing Karma Volibear. If they come into your
Yeah,
jungle, you're screwed. I'm not saying lock yourself into pathing bot to unlock Senna. What I'm saying is if this bot 3v3 Garen, Kaisa, Senna is even close to being winnable, you want to prevent these guys from just
right.
destroying your bot lane.
Yeah, I did not think about that. My main thing I was thinking about was again I like pathing top mid, so playing around top mid. So I was thinking, okay, maybe Talon I can help early game and like create pressure there, or I use his like early prio to do something, and then Cho'Gath, if I get him ahead of Shen, then Shen's global R is gonna be less useful. I was also thinking I want to path away from Volibear because in a 1v1 straight up I lose like so hard to him early.
Right.
So I was hoping to path away from him.
Right. So there's two things. One, if Shen is behind and their bot lane is ahead, so these are the lines you can think about.
Yeah, it doesn't
What's gonna
matter if
happen
Shen's behind.
is he's just gonna ult anyway, and now this line gets even bigger, and it doesn't matter how
Yeah.
far Cho'Gath's
Good
line
point.
gets, because if these guys are strong, it's a direct like these guys will
Yeah.
shit on the Cho'Gath,
Yeah, I didn't
right?
think of that. That
Sec-
makes a lot of sense.
yeah. Next thing is if this guy invades you, that means that this becomes more even. If this guy uses his pressure bot while you're using your pressure top, now this line gets even bigger. But if
I
he's using his pressure on you, now
yeah, I
bot lane
can
is more
sort of
even.
right. Okay.
Right? Unless it's a hard stomp like this, right? Let's say it is a hard stomp like this. Let's say in general, I don't think it is, right? I think Twitch Karma and Kaiser Sen, it's kind of flippy. It really depends on how the matchup goes. So I would literally say it's just like 50-50 even. It's 50-50. Whoever plays a little bit better can win it. Right? If I show up early and pressure bot, maybe I can win it. The point is, if you go top and he goes bot and it's even, now bot lane would just win
Okay.
because you're
I
top.
see that.
So even if you didn't do anything this whole game and you never showed a single time, every single person on the enemy team needs to be more careful because they don't have information on where you are. So what I want to do this game as Garen is full clear as many times as I can in the bot side and look for opportunity. I never, ever, ever need to walk past this line because, like you identified, this guy is stronger than you. Malzahar will have prio for the most part, and bot lane could be even. It could be favored for Karma and Twitch.
Okay.
And if you get invaded, like we said, you lose one camp, but that means you can now go Krugs. You can pressure bot. You can do anything, and like it's okay for you to tank pressure. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Cool. So you probably path top this game, and that's not the end of the world. But it is something you want to kind of reassess for the most part. Volibear is probably going to lose Flasher, which is really good. It's a small thing. You're playing Garen, so you kind of cheated, but you want to always avoid abilities like this. Like at this point, when this guy flashes away, you never need to walk into that, right? So be
Yeah.
really cautious of taking damage like this. Keeping your conditions high is one of the basic fundamentals that I think should be taught for any player learning the game from Iron to Gold. That's when it should be learned. Cool. So we're doing red start. We're getting leash as well. So because you're getting leash, what's gonna happen is if their ballin doesn't leash, now they'll have guaranteed prio.
Right.
So if Volibear's betting bot and there's prio down here, at least for dives, that means that if you know that both people leash, or let's say like these guys don't play for prio, they're just sitting here. If these guys leash and then they eventually get prio and Volibear's betting down, they're gonna get ganked, right? And you can't do anything about it because you're in the top side. So there's just so many things sad about ganking bot or about pathing away from bot in this game. Okay, it's just a
Well,
normal Garen clear.
wouldn't that be case for any weak side when you path opposite
Right,
the
but
enemy
in this,
jungler?
but if you path away from the Shogat and Shogat dies, it doesn't matter. He's
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, okay.
He's gonna have use no matter what. You know, like your Kaisa, if he's down 1 or 2 levels or down items, he will not be useful.
Yeah, we're just reinforcing the idea of not weak siding bot lane.
Yes,
Got it.
because bot lanes need resources. If this guy was playing, um,
Okay, some carry.
some carry, yeah, some Fiora, some Gangplank, some Jax, like who can like carry your game and kill the Twitch when the time comes, then yeah, you could play for him totally. But he's playing Cho'Gath right now. I don't know why we're playing for top. It's not like this guy's not gonna carry your game. Cool, so we put 2 points into E. This is perfect, and we're doing the full cycle. I like this, and your clear is really really nice here as well because you got leashed, and I think Garen just likes his bedside camps better with your E. So everything looks pretty standard to me. Just we're on the wrong side of the map. So mid dies solo, which is not a great start, and that's okay. One thing that we could quickly look at is Karma
Yeah,
has no
flash.
flash, and Malzahar has no flash. So it's just something to think about. So when
Yeah,
we were
so here do I skip? Like I pan briefly to see his HP and I'm like, oh, should I have not done scuttle?
right, okay, so let's look at the information you're getting,
See
and
there,
the
I
answer is
pan.
yes. Why? Because of this wave right here.
Yeah, he wants to crash.
Right, exactly. He wants to crash this wave. So as he's crashing this wave, you show up, and if he has no flash, you just phase rush him, flash on him, and he's dead. And then
Yeah,
after you recall, and you don't do this top crap for tempo's sake.
okay. And then how I do end up he's slow on the crash, so I end up
Yeah,
getting the chance anyway, but like yeah, this is what happens. So
right. So what I would do here is, by the fact that Valbear's not on the top crap, he's
yeah, I know
either
he's coming.
he's either in the bot side or he did his Krugs and then he recalled and then he came bot. But obviously
Mhm.
he's not gonna path to this Shannon realistically, he doesn't want to, so he's pathing bot and he's on the bot crap. The
Yeah.
moment you show right here and you're committed to this kill,
Could I have
you
fogged better here?
no,
Like
you
should I
need
have
a
done
flash on
some
this guy now. This needs to happen now.
Oh, okay.
And kill this guy and get your kill. And then you could also hold this wave afterwards, and you win Talon's game. Talon killed himself once. He died 1v1, but now you've secured Talon like a really good wave state. You could regank mid. You could just deny a wave, but you need to kill this guy now and then recall now. The longer it takes for you to kill this guy, the worse your tempo will be to return to this camp at 4:15. This is what I'm thinking about right now. And
I didn't
the urgency to kill this guy is there because we want to
yeah,
return to this at 4:15.
yeah. I didn't flash here because I'm not in range to connect my Q. I have Nimbus Cloak, so I would get a bit of move speed. Do
Yeah,
you think
so
I can
so
connect
your
there?
Nimbus Cloak would get you close enough with like the remainder of your Q move speed with your E will kill him pretty much.
Yeah, the Q move speed's already down. That's just the Q itself.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, it's just like there. See there. That's when it runs out.
Okay, then
So
yeah, you're, then
should I
then
have fog better? Like should I have come
alternatively
from
you should walk
above?
this way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think
Or should I have waited for him to like move further up?
yeah, you could wait for him to put abilities into here, but I mean, this is the problem with Garen. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Um,
I know, right?
most champs like
Have
should
a
be able to
way.
kill this guy who's like halfway in the lane. He's not hovering on the right side. If he was here, it'd be even more impossible to like kill
Yeah,
him, right? So
yeah,
that's why Garen is like pretty sad to
yeah.
kill him. But I
Okay.
think now like you're close enough to flash, get Nimbus Cloak, and oh no, oh I think that, yeah, Nimbus the move speed and kill him with your E. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
but you end up killing him. The thing is now look at your tempo and look at like what Volibear can do. This Volibear is
Yeah.
really aware of like what's going on in this game.
He goes through my Krugs here,
Yeah.
and
Does
I
he actually
reckon.
get them?
Yeah, yeah, he gets them, and then he ganks my bot lane off doing Krugs.
Yeah. Really, really depressing. Right, so you're using pings. This is really good. You're letting your teammates know as much as they can. What I want to see here is you barely saw anything bot. But look, this is a lot of information right here.
Yeah,
Right? This HP is what I'm scared of. These guys, with
yeah,
Volibear potentially being in the bot side, can dive bot.
yeah. So first of all, I left base at like half HP because I was like, oh, Garen regen, and I'm gonna. But
Right.
I should have stayed in base and gone bot.
Well, I'm not saying you should have stayed in base. I'm saying the information you collected off this one really quick
I
pan is
I
not
think they're gonna get dove. Like I
okay.
do think they're gonna get dove,
Yeah.
and am trying to tell them that they're gonna get dove, but like I can't stop it. Is how I felt about that.
No, you for sure can stop it if you're under the turret
Okay.
here with them. Like
So that's what I should have done is like
yeah,
gone
if you
straight to
if
turret.
you if you are almost positive Volibear is here, you ask your teammates to try and ward safely. But
Yeah.
yeah, you need to go defend them. That you can't
I
just let
I
them die.
like guarantee he's on my Krugs, and if I'm looking at those HPs as the Volibear, for sure I'm diving as well.
Right.
So like I do think that it's gonna dive. I was thinking about my own clear here.
Yeah, but because there is urgency on the map and there are
Yeah.
things you need to do, you cannot clear.
Okay. So I
Because
should have stayed in base longer to
you
get
can
my
even
full
go at this
HP.
HP, bro. You don't need a
I
full
can
HP.
go.
Yeah,
Okay, I should just get
just
to the urgency,
just
get
get
to
to
the
this. Yeah.
base. Okay,
Well,
okay.
well, Garen
Get
would
to
heal
the
it like
tower.
this, I think, by the time you're there.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I'll be like 80%, yeah.
yeah. Most champs would need to stay in base a little longer. But yeah, you need to defend your bot side here. There is no point in clearing your camps like this because again, there's no play top, and the next objective in the game is dragon, right? So pretty much your where bot is getting dove, but you chose to do your camps. If there is ever a dive you can defend, you always want to defend it with
Okay.
your character, because there's two reasons. One, you should never trust your teammates to just back away and drop two waves. Look, think about it. If Ballin decides to just leave and not die, they lose all of that. What
Yeah.
happens to Kai'Sa and Senna's game? It's just GG pretty much. This is
Hmm.
so much EXP and so much gold. If they lose this, it's terrible. If they share it with you, that's good for you and them. You know, like it's a win-win situation for you because you share it. And lastly, these guys will never ever ever give these waves in solo queue. And like you said, because you know Volbear is here, you need to come and defend it. And it's just a byproduct of what happened earlier, all the way back here, right? And not flashing and
Yeah.
not killing this guy earlier. And the fact that I mean, your Ballin's not even losing that hard, by the way. They're actually like doing decent. Looking at the HPs, like Senna and Kai'Sa are same HP. They just don't have wave prio. But you need to defend your bot side here, otherwise your game will be fucked because now you have zero lanes to play through. Mid, this guy died by himself. You can't trust him. This guy's Cho'Gath. You can't play with. You can't work with him. If you leave your ball hit on an island, who are you playing the game with?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Right? You need to find a teammate to play the game with. So we take our clear. Um, Talon goes to try and salvage the spot play. Even them as two, they kill the Volibear, right? So if you were there, it would have been a much prettier situation. Okay, from here you're very low, right? That's one. Two, Volibear died like 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds
Yeah,
ago almost.
he could be here
So he
already.
for sure could be here, right?
Would he not go to I guess this is a gamble, but would he not go to Krugs?
Why? His bot lane's hard winning. He just dove bot. If he's playing to his win con, he's just gonna go straight to bot and play for this dragon.
Well, I mean, like he pathed top to bot, so if he's pathing efficiently, you think he's gonna do Raptors to be able
Well,
to get to bot sooner?
so that is the one time where I think desyncing camps is completely fine when you're playing
Okay.
on your strong side and you can like keep snowballing the game, right?
Just skip a camp to
Also,
get there faster.
yeah, skip the camps, get there faster, play to your strong side without clearing all of your weak side camps. Especially because Krugs is one of the hardest camps to invade in general, based off like geography of the map.
Yes. Yeah.
So like
It's like
realistically, the
protected
Garen
by itself.
is never gonna like walk all the way here to take this, but the
Yeah.
Garen can easily go like this. So Volibear should be here right now, and
He could big he
you're
could
dead.
big brain me here
You're dead.
and kill me.
You're dead
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you think this is like a very obvious invade by me?
Oh, for sure. Look at your look at how you pathed. Right? It's pretty clear that from here you have two options. You can either clear your top side or invade him. And
Yeah.
you know Volibear just died, and he has all of his camps up. So this is so obvious to me. And
Okay.
it's not even that like it could be good or bad for you. It's the fact that because it's a possibility that while I'm doing this and you're doing this, like you're going to get one of my camps for free. What I want you to do is I want you to have to work for the invade. What I mean is like if you really want these Krugs, I want you to have to like do these two camps, spend so much tempo to walk through possibly vision, and then clear this. So if I ran to my camps here and then I like clear my bot camps and play for dragon, I would be happy. I'd be happy if you went to take my Krugs because you're going to be down so much tempo. By the time you're here, your Krug camps are respawned. So after I do Dragon, I can invade your bot side. I can dive your bot side again. If you don't
Okay.
recall after your Wolves and Grom, if you played normal, you're going to lose your like Krugs, or your bot's gonna get dove again.
Okay. I see
Um,
that. So yeah, like when I'm like I need to identify that before I walk towards Raptors in the first place.
right. So at this position right here, you should collect information that Volibear is dead for 1 second. He will be out of base soon,
Yeah.
right? So if and what you can do is walk like this and then loop all the way around. But again, it's
Yeah.
still risk,
I
right?
could have fogged here instead of taking
Like
these last three
exactly.
casters anyway, because
But
it chunked me too hard anyway.
right. Oh yeah, yeah. Your HP is really important here too. Yeah. So especially since you left these, like they're gonna die to the tower, or you're gonna lose your HP bar. But like even if you did this and they played fog perfectly, it's still
It's
like a
still
50-50
winning
if
for volley.
this
Yeah.
guy decides to come here. Um. So the choice to do this camp is dangerous to me. What I would
Okay.
do is just clear my camps, wait for this crab to spawn. Because my Cho'Gath should be winning, because I'm also pathing to him, Volibear's pathing down. I'll get this crab, and then I'll recall, and then I'll re-clear my camps, and I'll restart the game.
Okay.
Also, when you're doing these raptors right here, hit this one here. Don't use your abilities, first off, because if this guy's here and you're queuing in like that, he jumps you, even if he's jumping from here, like, you're fucked. So hit this
Yeah.
camp, bring it to here, then
Well,
use your
yeah. Okay.
abilities.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, so we get the camp here. The Volibear eventually goes to gank top. Your Cho'Gath is playing. I mean, he sees the vision, but pretty much what you need to think about here is like, what does Cho'Gath need to do? Looking at his conditions and
Yeah. His mana. He
his
needs to
mana, and
reset here.
and and what he needs to do is he needs to play on this wave.
This wave. So I need to also play on that wave, but
Yeah.
he's not playing on that wave either. So
Well, pretty much the way I see it is like your top lane is the only one winning right now, right? You stacked your bot, your mid is losing, so if Volibear ever comes top, I need to be there. And if Volibear
okay.
doesn't come top and my Cho'Gath keeps shoving in waves, then we're in a winning situation.
So if I think volley's at Krugs, because I'm stealing his Raptors,
Right.
I need to be pinging Cho'Gath to play for the next wave.
Right. You need to either danger ping him here if you don't want to show up top, which is completely fine if you want to prioritize these camps because you don't think Volibear will gank top. But if you want him to just keep playing up and you looped
And I
all the way around like this, or you could even sit in this bush here because the guy did not check.
I'm too
Volibear's
low
not
for
going
a
to check this bush.
2v2.
What was that? Sorry.
I'm too low for a 2v2.
No, no, you're not because you have positional advantage and your Cho'Gath will be super strong. Also,
Oh,
you're
okay,
playing
I'm
Garen,
fine.
You're gonna like heal up to
I'll
here.
reject. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But even if I'm half HP here as any jungler, I'm going to take this top 2v2, bro. You're not winning anywhere else. Like, where else are you going to win this game from?
Okay, so right now I should be pathing towards that pink ward.
Yeah. If you think
Okay.
Volibear is going to gank this at all. And Personally, I think it's not a bad flip because Volibear has played very aggressively this game. Volibear has tried diving bots, and the way I see that is like when someone dives bot, they're an aggressive player. They're going to look for as many proactive plays as they can find, and when anyone is pushed up this far, the jungler sees this. So this is a kind
So
of
this is
reading into things, but
yeah, this
either
is a bit
way,
overwhelming
yeah, go.
because
Sorry, go for it.
it's a bit overwhelming because like I both have to be thinking about him like starting Raptors to get to drag ASAP, but also prevent the top dive. Like, so how do I like? I guess I could recognize the fact that Cho's so pushed up here and needs to crash. It's just
So
like I also need to recognize that Volibear could be playing for a fast dragon with the lead he got bot lane.
yeah, so
How, how do
all
you do
this
both?
comes from I want to like create my own terminology for it. It's just like the way the game has been played. I don't have like a quick like wordplay for it, but it's just like Volibear's path bot, and he's winning bot. You've path top, and you're winning top, right? So
Okay.
Volibear wants to play for what's bot. You want to play for what's top. Volibear wants to dive bot. You want to dive top. That's like as simple as I would put it. Like that locks me in gear to thinking about like I want to make as many plays as I can top, and Volibear wants to make as many plays as he can bot. And
Okay.
if Volibear decides to take a play top, and I'm there, he should lose.
Okay.
But you're not wrong. It is a lot of to take in. So again, the easy way to think about it is objective and wave. At all points, that's the easiest way to process as much information as possible. If you're looking at waves here, and objectives here. And when you start thinking about waves, you will start thinking about the next steps, which are conditions and position on the map. Look at how far up that guy is.
Yeah.
Cool. So your top lane dies, so now you have 3 losing lanes, and you killed mid once, but the guy got solo kills, so it's not even like he's winning. You've stacked bot on this dive, and now your strong side is
Yeah.
fucked. So
Super doomed.
there's nowhere to play for right now, right? So the rest of this game is going to be on you to just try and find any more opportunity that you can. But you've
Except that
already
ink
made
right
too
here.
many mistakes to win this game realistically. Um,
Okay.
it's just it's going to be playing a downhill battle, and it's not like you can't. You want to stay strong and you want to think about the next play. But if we're looking at just improving on jungle, you need to understand how important it is for you to one path the right way, right? Let me get this notes down. Two, you need to think about how important it is to play for urgency and tempo. What I mean by this is this mid gank right here, right? You were very like slow on trying to kill this guy, right? You need to play for tempo, urgency, this cap respawn, and the fact that Volibear could counter gank this and make this kill like not happen. Lastly,
Yep.
oh actually there's 2 more. Defend any dive you can. It's so bad. It's so bad if your laners get dove mentally and for the game. You get to share EXP plus. Right? You get to share all of that wave that your bot lane lost if you were there with them and Volibear dove them. Plus, if they committed to it, I want you to guess where I want you to be standing to defend the spot dive. Just like give me a general idea.
Like fogged behind the tower.
Yeah, like right around here.
Yeah, yeah,
So when Volibear shows like this, he can barely see you. Like realistically, Volibear is focused on this part of the screen.
yeah,
Right? So he's not gonna see you off the bottom of the screen. And when he commits to the dive, either one, he's gonna see you and he's gonna back off, and maybe you send a lands an ability. Volibear has no flash from earlier, so if Senna lands the root, he's dead. Right? Because now you're 3 man collapsing on this guy. 2, if this guy just goes and dives, now you're here, surprise. 3, if they're like playing really slowly, they're trying to like hurdling you guys up, you just eat the wave together. And then you recall after, or you just kill your camps after.
yeah.
The last thing is when your weak side plus mid are miserably losing, you must get something from your top side. So let's move back to what we were looking at. So even if your top laner was playing in this position and Volibear decides to go bot, you're not collecting any information on if this Shen is diveable, on if like your Cho'Gath needs to recall after this wave. You haven't held tab at all. Does Cho'Gath have a lost chapter here? Is he full tank here? Is Shen griefing his build? Has he not recalled? I have no information. I don't know what's going on.
Got it. Yeah.
So collect information about what's going on right here. I have nothing to work off here. Literally zero. So from this game, those are the most important things I would think about. And to touch upon fundamentals, always collect information based on your waves and objectives. Your waves. Make sure to play to your strong side always. Wait, make sure to play to your strong side always unless you are countering a dive. Right, these two go hand in hand so far. And how to collect the information properly, you just need to focus on collecting something because you are not collecting anything in this game. You're not collecting anything other than the information for yourself, which is why you're learning jungle, so I understand how difficult it is. But pathing and understanding the value of like, should I be here, should I be here, should I be here, will come easier if you think about these waves and these waves and these waves here.
Yeah.
If you prioritize these, then you're a laner, so you should have some more like ahead of time like knowledge on the waves. Then you can play jungle easier because jungle is a role where you need to give and take and spend time. Like let's say you needed to farm these camps because you need a recall or you're too low, you don't have any conditions to fight, then you would still know that this wave you need to spam ping the Shogun to get the hell out of there. Either way, if you're focused on the waves, you're going to make better decisions.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It
So
like
yeah, go ahead.
focusing on waves is like much easier from while you're laning because you have each wave you're playing with and the one you can look back on. I mean, jungle I have a lot of time because I'm PvEing, but like it's just different. So like coordinating that like game sense is going to be like it's a learning curve.
Oh, for sure, but that's where like I'm giving you the guidance of like
Yeah, yeah,
that's what you should hyper focus on.
yeah.
And it won't
Focusing
feel
on those
easy.
waves.
Like don't get me wrong, it won't feel easy, but it will feel easier than not having any foundation. And I'm not
Yeah,
saying you want to stay this way the whole time. Like you said, power spikes is something you want to look at. Like you said, like there's more advanced concepts you want to think about eventually. But for now,
yeah.
as a baseline, as a new jungler,
Fundamentals.
just fundamentally think about waves, think about objectives,
Okay,
and you will play better. For
okay.
what I've seen. Cool. Um, so I'm gonna briefly play the next few moments of the game, and we'll just see what goes on. So we're taking it
Grief
ahead
for
on the
the
fight.
grief for the crab.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I didn't think about Shen. It's just literally just and even like the 1v2 like Talon and me versus Volibear. I was just thinking about the scuttle. Didn't think we could kill him, but
Right.
like it's
Okay.
super doomed if we consider Shen.
Yeah. So in this case, this guy's prio, right? Your talent's level 5 right now. He could be level 6. Um, but what I'm thinking of is you saw Volibear walk. No, I
Yeah,
think you
we
guys
see him
see him
over
right
the
here.
pink ward. I did know he was coming.
Right.
Yeah,
So what you have here is the element of surprise and fog of ward here.
right.
What Talon can do is you can actually walk into this bush potentially without getting spotted, right? Because
I wanted to
based
I
on like the
wanted to
vision
get him
here,
to Pixel. Yeah, I wanted to get into Pixel, but then he sees me. I think
right? So you should just sit here.
I sit here. Okay,
No matter what, you don't want to show here.
okay.
If you are playing for this, you don't want to show here. Even if Talon's not here, you don't want to show here. No, you want to just sit here, and if this guy pushes it down, then you
Then
just
you
might
can
steal
smite
it.
it.
Maybe you can steal it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no advantage that you have here.
Okay.
The guy has lost mid perma, so he's going to be weak. He should be level 6, but he's still going to be weak. Your Cho'Gath is dead, and like you said, Shen has R. So no matter what, you need to abuse fog here to make the position and the start of this fight better, because it's so likely that this guy would just bring it down and just like not care, and
Yeah, that's a
you're
good
going to
point.
like you're going to kill him with talent now. Now you two are going to start the fight where Shen doesn't have like a decade to react, right? And then you now have a decade to react. So instead of you starting the fight like this, it's going to be this guy's used his Q, his W, his E already, and you're jumping him. But now,
And we're yeah, yeah. No.
Shen has so much time to like, oh, I'm going to decide to ult here. The next thing is like, maybe you didn't see the ult because like the
I
animation
did
looks
not.
fun. Yeah, it looks weird.
I
I
the
don't know.
animation was weird, and I thought the shield was like volley W E for a second. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
or his W or whatever.
it's a Z.
I got confused, and then I was like, oh fuck, shit.
Yeah,
But that's just like Talon was 5. Like I forgot that Talon was behind. Like this was just like game state awareness. Like
right,
Shen just got a gank on Cho. It hasn't been losing. He's recalled. Like he gets a free teleport to a to a good fight there. It's so
right.
doomed.
But the best thing to take away from here is like you would actually put
Playing
yourself
Fog.
in a good position here, right? Although the game state is bad, and although you are in a losing position, by abusing fog here, you
Yeah.
can put yourself in a winning position. But
I
you
thought
just,
I could sneak into Pixel, and then as soon as he saw me, see how I'm like
yeah,
trying to.
yeah, you actually can, by the way.
I
You
could
just,
have gone
you,
into
you
Pixel.
just need to play it better. Look at your clicks. Why are you
Uh,
clicking here? Click here,
I click down. Okay.
and then like loop around.
Yeah. Loop around with where Talon is.
Yeah, but
Okay.
look what you're clicking there. Like if he engages into it now, like he did, is you're just doomed. So click
I
around.
misread the time, like how
Yeah,
long it would take him to get to.
yeah. With how long it takes him to get to here, you can. If
Yeah,
it's
I
kind of
misread that.
tight, but your clicks are not the best here. Alternatively, I think you just sit there and don't worry about the
Sitting
time.
there and then wait for the smite steal, and he's gonna use all his abilities on
Yeah,
the scuttle
and I
anyway.
think
So
it's also possible that
we jump him.
he brings the crab down. I think it's possible, but not to stress this point too much. Let's think about
Yeah.
the next sequence. But like we've said, now we have 3 losing lanes, and the only one who's actually lost is your mid laner. That guy got solo killed. Everything else came from you not reacting or like responding to the map.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like the Evolver did anything too special either. Like he just like saw he stacked away bot and he's like, ooh, I'm gonna go dive. And if you're there, because you're aware that hey, that's what Evolver wants, which you were, then you would wipe them all there. And even if you don't wipe them all, then your bot lane can still play. That way in the future, you can work with them. But now that you've given bot up, okay, hopefully you get something in the top side, right? That's the point. The point of like giving bot up is so hopefully you can get something in the top side. You got nothing in the top side either.
Yeah.
So where are we playing the game towards?
Yeah.
The game is not over. Making mistakes like these does not mean the game is over. They can throw and they will make mistakes. So let's see if there's a place where we can come back. Um, so this whole bot shenanigans, there's a ward there, and there's like everyone's low. So one, collecting information, right? The moment I'm level 6, I want to collect info because what you can do here is you can walk like this, check this for a pink, and then these guys are GG'd. Especially if these guys are low on HP, you can like hard kill them, and at the same time, if you drop a ward here or here, wherever you want, you get more information on when Volibear starts this dragon. But pretty
Okay.
much, I can't decide any of that without looking at bot conditions and bot wave.
I'm just like terrified of bot fog right now because like we have no pressure mid, we have no pressure bot, so like anything could be warded.
Right, but your game is not getting any better.
Yeah.
So that's where I
Okay.
would try to like think actively on how I can make a play to make my game better by
And
abusing fog because they feel very safe with this ward. Right? So if
I
Volibear
think
like is clearing camps, like you're on the bot side, so she should be on the top side, then there's a good chance that you can walk all the way around and kill these guys.
here is where Mouse has my Raptors warded. So
Is it
you can,
here or
yeah, there.
yeah?
Yeah.
So it's even better for you to not show.
How would I do that?
So this raptor ward is actually a bait right here. Like this ward right here is a bait. It does not collect all the information right here.
I can fog, I can
You
wrap
can like
around
you can
the.
like hug this wall
Oh, okay.
and you won't be seen. The
I
ward,
don't know where the word is, to be honest. I
yeah. So
just
let's look. Let's look at when he did it.
there. I think that might have been it.
Maybe it was
Because
here.
he tries to Q steal over the wall.
This is a different timer.
Oh, never mind. It's a different time. My bad.
No, you're good. But yeah, even if you did have that ward, you want to go the other way. The ward that like you can't dodge is like if this is worded right. If that's worded,
Yeah, yeah,
you obviously can't go anywhere.
yeah. Okay.
But pretty much in this game, like you're fucked, so you want to play off fog, off conditions, and off waves because it's actually not that fucked. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like if you checked, like I mean, wait, let me see. I think we might have seen some sort of information bots, something. Yeah, like
There.
very slimly. Look at their HPs. They're
Yeah.
so fucked. If you can get behind them, they're so fucked. And let's say, it feels like a waste of time, but if you do this and you spot the Garen out, now these guys are like, oh, do we still keep pressuring bots? Like, is it still fightable? Like, they now they have like danger alerts in their head,
Yeah.
right?
Even if I show on vision, I'm still applying pressure to them
Exactly.
because
And
they
it.
can't be like, oh,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
And and
Okay.
and if their volibear does show, and like let's say he's like in the middle of walking bot, and you're in the middle of walking bot, then you guys just like look at each other. And the longer they are delayed, the sooner you're going to get your mythic items. So that's where we talk about power spikes. If you're on one item and they're on 1.5 items, you still want to take this. If you're on point 0.5 item and they're on their mythic, and one is a mythic pretty much, okay? If you're on point
Yeah.
0.5 and they're at one, you don't want to fight this.
Right,
That's
right,
bad,
right.
right? So the closer you get to this, the better the game will look.
That's the most even that will have it when we're
Right,
behind.
right. And you want to take a fight at this point right now, right? So obviously you're not gonna be close to items. What I'm trying to say is you're down gold right now, right? And you should be down objectives too. So you want to close the gap as soon as possible and deny them snowballing the game as fast as possible. Right now, no one has mythics, so it's not like these guys actually have like such a significant advantage over these guys. It's not like your bot lane's died 17 times. It's not that they like. It's not like they have like there's like a level 6 advantage or anything here. So it's actually still fightable to fight bot here, especially given the conditions right now. Senna can also like use one Q on Kaisa, and like they'll be much healthier than Twitch and Karma. So the game is still playable. It's just you look here for like literally half a second. It's like really hard to like fully get the picture.
This is definitely an example of where I was looking and I was like, should I be there?
Right,
Except I didn't think of the wraparound.
right. So yeah, you can still interact with this lane with the wrap on.
The wraparound, yeah.
And just
You
make
would
sure.
never go through try here because it's might likely warded. And
Um,
now we see that they warded it, but before would you have gone like where while I'm on Krugs, was there an angle there?
you're level 5 and you don't know if it's worded or not, so no. But if
So
you
okay.
want to deny this wave from them crashing this wave, then it's okay to look. But if you get level 6 and you play on the next wave, actually no, even this wave is still alive because their Senna is zoning them off pretty hard. So you should deny them to crash this wave, and your Kaisa and Senna will recall after they crash the wave. So pretty much whoever crashes this next wave here gets the first recall. Whoever gets the first recall gets better tempo on the map, can help the jungler out and do whatever they want on the map. If you get your Kaisa and Senna to recall first by literally walking through and just like showing yourself, then you'll have more pressure on the map. The point is not to kill them or gank bot. The point is to get
Yeah.
your bot lane to
Of
recall so they can play the map.
so okay, so do I skip Krugs? I didn't quite understand
Okay,
which
oh
wave
yeah.
you were
So
trying.
there's two options here, right? Option A is you play on this wave and you skip Krugs and you just walk
Ah,
through and you're okay because because you should be checking conditions this whole time. You see their HP is actually very low, so you don't need ult because your ult actually doesn't change much at a certain threshold, right? If they're this low HP, your Garen QE will kill them, right? But for
yeah.
someone like Hecarim, for someone like Hecarim's like one of the best examples I have in mind. Like your ult is such a huge gap close that hitting level 6 first makes the fight better, like that much better, and like that much more reliable to get the kills. Um, but if you really think you value the level 6 here on Garen here, what you can do is you get these Krugs and you look at bot and you look at how they're playing and you're thinking about this wave. So if Karma and Twitch are playing this far up, the
They
Senna and
want
Kaisa,
to kill this wave, yeah.
yeah, they want to kill the wave, and Senna and Kaisa should be able to like contest them at least. So
Okay.
realistically, the Twitch and Karma have to go this far back, right? And at that point, now Senna is here, now Kaisa is here. They're creating space, right? And
Okay.
at that point, this wave is not going to be dead, right? Because you're pushing out the wave. So eventually, the waves will connect like here and here, like it did right here, right? The waves are about to connect right there. You can
Yeah,
see it barely.
I can see it. Yeah.
Um, when that happens, you want to be, even just fucking spin on the wave. I don't care, man. Get your teammates to recall. They need to recall.
Yeah.
And
So can I
the
just
thing
walk straight through tower and just like ping shove
you could, but alternatively, what I would do is I would just like go around. It,
or
it's
try?
it's
Yeah.
it's better mentally, but like also like if they're not paying attention because they're focused on the wave, you can catch them off guard. So I would sit here and see what Twitch and Karma do.
Okay. So you would recommend fog, like sitting in fog for a second there,
Yeah,
just to
and
see what they do.
just judge the situation a little bit better.
Okay. Because you can catch them off guard even though they have warded. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because if they're focused on the wave, then like there could be like a few like 1 2 seconds where they're not looking, and then like but by the time they look, it's too late.
And third alternative is wrap all the way around,
Right,
drag, and
right,
like drop a ward along the way.
right, and just like play for the kill for the kill. If you like know they
Yeah.
have no flashes or whatever, and you're like confident you can kill them, like you've been trying kind of tracking the feeling of the game. Malzahar hasn't really warded bot side, then you can go kill them.
Okay.
Okay, so that was pretty much more just talking about waves and how to interact with them and how to like get back into the game. And
Yeah,
it's
like I never think about that, so
just
this
all
is
about
like
waves.
really big. Yeah,
All
this is really big to how I need to learn the jungle.
right, and right here, important thing: these three camps is not worth you losing
Drag.
Herald. What you want to do is you want to do Herald first,
Do Herald right now. Okay.
and then decide to invade. Because what's gonna happen is their jungler is expending tempo on this dragon, right? If you do Herald, it's going to be even tempo. If you have an advantage in the top because you should have been playing to your top side the whole game, um, then your top will have shove, and because you guys are even tempo, when Volibear recalls and comes back, you can fight him and clash him if you want. Alternatively, if you do the Herald and he does the dragon, and you guys both recall, now Volibear has to run to top side, and now you can actually run to bot side and make a quick play while he's not there, because he needs to clear these camps first. So no
Yeah.
matter what, you want to do Rift first, and then decide what to do afterwards.
We can see that top scuttle has vision there. So how would how would I get into Rift?
You just hug the wall as best as you can.
You can only hug the other side of it.
No, I know, but
I,
like
I
this,
would
this is like
show.
1 second of like showing.
Okay. And you don't mind doing that?
Not at all because Volibear's showing here.
Okay. When does the blast cone spawn? The one near red buff?
That's a good question. I think it's like 12:30
Okay, so it wouldn't be up.
or like 10 minutes. I mean I could be wrong. They changed it so many times. But I remember it was 6:30 before, and then they changed it to like double the time. Um,
Okay, so like the scryers is there.
the scribes will be there, but the little blast
The
clone
blast
I don't
cone
think
is later.
I don't think will be there. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I
So
would
yeah,
I need to
you
double check, but
you don't mind showing the vision there? Like what happens if like Shen just like
then your
contests me or like
then your top laner is winning.
okay, and I just back off.
Okay, it's nine. The first outer cone. Oh no. Yeah, so it's never mind. It's 9 minutes 9:30. So
Okay.
they
But
don't think.
they weren't up.
Yeah, they weren't.
It's like 8
Um,
something.
but so what happens is that let's say Shen wants to check this, right? Shen goes down, and while it's happening, Cho'Gath is pushing top, and then you are not playing to kill the Herald. You're playing to Shen loses one top wave, and then Cho'Gath gets to move, and by the time Cho'Gath comes, yippee, right?
Then we can do Herald.
Then you can
Okay.
do Herald, right? So no matter what, you just need to apply pressure here, especially since this guy is showing that he's doing this objective. This does
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah. Got it.
What does Shen want to play for here?
Um Probably a crash, but
Yeah. So why are you going so fast?
I just saw them fighting and thought this is an opportunity. I'm not really sure.
I'm saying it's a good opportunity, but look at what Shen is playing for, right?
Okay.
So Shen will want to kill this cannon eventually. No one wants to miss cannons.
Yeah, so I need to wait. I
You
need to
need to
sit in
wait in
fog
fog, exactly. Now you're getting it. And when he's
and wait
focused
for
on
the cannon
this,
to get low.
you will go in, and bada bing, bada boom, it's a gank.
So where would I wait exactly, do you think? Like
Yeah,
that
let me
covers
show you.
where's the most fog?
Okay, so normally, so based off what we've seen, so Shen actually walked really far away, right? So
Yeah, so
by
he
looking at
deep
here,
warded a little
he could
bit.
have warded even here. So
Yeah.
if you really are aware of this top wave, which we should be, like by how much you're emphasizing it, you should eventually learn how important this top wave is.
Yeah.
Your
So
decision is whatever. You should just go around like this and then wait in the tri-bush.
uh
If we're talking regularly, you are should normally. Oh, let me see if you pan over to it. I gotta rift kit it. You should normally be able to stand right here, right?
okay.
Because this will be warded right here normally, and
Yeah.
like you see how that like barely doesn't get you.
Yeah.
Alternatively, like if the ward is like pushed up more, that's when like you can't go from here to top, right? When if this guy's like if this even this guy's this far up, like the distance is too far. So if the
Yeah,
ward is
way
like
too far.
here, you go around,
Yeah, there I go through try.
right?
But we saw him go pretty far down,
Yeah,
and I had time based
yeah,
on where the wave was
yeah,
that I could have been
exactly,
going to try brush. Okay.
exactly. And Like let's say like he just like fogged down to clear a pink or something. Like I think that's what he did. He cleared a pink. Like maybe he actually didn't ward like that deep, right? Like some people still don't think about like a ward that deep. Maybe he just like warded like here anyway.
He definitely warded something because he backs off
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah. So like, again, just trying to play to your fog as best as you can. Like I would even be checking what Shen is doing this whole time because it's very possible that you can actually just like see the ward that Shen is placing, and I would just like ping it, and I would know. You don't need to really be hitting this. Also, ward this bush and not there.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that randomly.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But this
Sometimes I do
kill,
random shit like that.
this kill would like you would have gotten this kill pretty much.
Okay.
This guy's dead. No, he really needs to. He's gonna push up. He might use abilities. If Cho'Gath's actually up a level, right? So Cho'Gath is actually winning. Um, so eventually, like you'll get this kill, and then now Cho'Gath is back in the lead, and you have a win con back to the game.
Yeah.
All of
Okay.
these plays, the only way I'm able to solve this so quickly is by looking at the wave and then deciding conditions afterwards. But you need to focus on these waves because that's what your laners and the enemy laners are focused on.
Yeah.
Cool.
So while I'm doing those raptors, I'm not staring at my camps. I'm looking at what wave is coming. I'm looking at what Shen is playing for. I'm
Yeah.
looking at what Shen is warding.
Yeah. Shows dodge vision if you can. Right, and most of the time the enemy laners are looking to kill like the last three casters because by that time the melees would be dead. Right, so the last three casters to kill, that's when they would walk this far forward. Alternatively, there's always the cannon minion that they're looking at. Their eyes are glued to this. Everyone is. Um,
Yeah.
so that's how you kind of abuse people in Challenger and Grandmaster and Masters. They have
His
ward. They have
cannon creed.
yeah. When their eyes are on this, their eyes are not on the map. Like I'm trying to last at this. I'm trying to lane against my opponent. My eyes
Yeah.
cannot be on the map at the same time. Like just try it. It's actually so hard,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's
So
100% true. Like
even
while
as a
you're trying to
Challenger
trade,
player, like
yeah.
it's gonna be hard. So
Okay.
that's when you can punish, and especially a lower elo player, like I said earlier, this 1 second of you showing I don't likely doubt anyone will spot you. If you like Q and like path really fast, you just go like this, no one will spot you.
Okay.
I feel like that's pretty common misconception that like wards are OP. They're not that OP. You just need to time things a little bit better.
It's more like I don't know if they saw me. Like I don't know. So like the whole time while I'm doing Herald, they could just be biding their time.
What
That's
do you
the like
what do you mean by that? Like
if I dip into Herald Pit there, showing on vision for like 1 second,
yeah.
someone might see me, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they saw me. And while I'm doing Herald, they could be just being like they have like 15 seconds to decide whether they want to come over and collapse on me. And like Mal's may be fogged and just coming over. I don't actually know if Mal's is at the drag. He
Yeah,
might
so
be.
so if Mouse comes top, Talon will kill Volibear. Talon will stop Volibear from doing the dragon.
Okay.
If Mouse goes bot and Shen comes to stop you, I mean, we talked about it, it's gonna be winning.
And Joey wins. Yeah. Okay.
And if you're concerned about Mouse, that's why we keep wards. Drop a ward here. Drop a ward here. And then go. Lastly,
Ah.
the most important thing that people always forget, you're not really trying to get this objective so badly to where you're going to like end the game. What you do is you pull this out and you bring it out this far. So you're not in a bad position. Being stuck in the pit is terrible.
Okay.
So you want to be standing.
I would wait for the scuttle vision to drop though.
This wall you can hug, and it would
Oh,
spot
so I
you.
would still pull it out there into
Yeah.
the
So you
yeah.
pull it out all the
I
way
do
to
know that.
here.
Oh, you can pull it. Wait.
The,
How do you
the,
pull it out without it being on vision? The herald itself.
are they watching this crab at all points?
Oh right, the crab doesn't have a mini map icon.
Yeah,
That's
the
true.
crab is not showing the herald icon there. The herald icon stays right here, bro.
I've literally never thought of that. Okay,
Yeah. They're
that makes
like as
so
long
much
as
sense.
you're not on the on the
As
on
long
the
as my icon
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
show
you
the
can
one
you can pull
still.
the herald to wherever the hell you want.
Oh, I did not think of
So
that.
so pretty much even if that did happen for some reason, you just want to be in a safer position
Yeah, yeah, I
than
understand.
here, right? So that's really important to emphasize. Think about positioning and how important it is when winning fights, when playing for fights, ganks slash fog. Position is so important and it's very like undervalued. Positioning is key. Um, but really, the key point here is um, focus on your waves
Yeah,
and objectives. And even if you have 3 losing lanes, they aren't actually losing until you make really bad decisions. So I have this complaint all the time. What do I do with 3 losing lanes? I look at their game and I'm like 4 minutes in and I'm like, you made your lanes lose. No one was actually losing.
100%. Yeah.
The only one who was actually losing this game, and I don't blame you, you did nothing wrong, is this Talon. He got solo killed. There's nothing you can do. If that happens every single game to you, where all 3 of your laners are getting solo killed, then you're in elo hell. No one has that experience. I promise you. No one
Yeah.
has that
Okay.
experience.
Got it. Got it.
Your bot lane got dove, your top lane got killed, nowhere to play for. You could have prevented bot dive and you could have prevented top gank. Cool. Um, I want you to give me a rundown. Key points. I know we just talked about the key points, but I want you to just like try and regurgitate the information to me. So, anything you got from this session, pretty much.
Okay, well, starting off, like my assessment of like which of weak side, strong side was off. So like should have been played for my bot lane. Like we see that they're volatile, or by default we should be probably playing for bot lane. Um, and in general, like if I don't have a carry top lane, like Cho'Gath is not a carry, there isn't a lot of point playing for him. So I kind of um, mixed up my weak side and strong side. I also thought that pathing away from volley was important, but actually, if he's putting pressure on me, it's not pressure on my bot lane. So not pathing away from him was not necessarily optimal. It was more selfish. So yeah, that was off. And then let me think. Once I did my full clear, that was all fine. But then when I had the opportunity to kill Mal's mid, I could have been like I saw chat the Mal's flash was down, and I did scuttle first instead of going straight to the Mal's. I could have fogged better, maybe coming from above the from like Raptor path in order to flash onto the Mal's, or just like flashed immediately and got used Nimbus cloak. Once I saw him kiting down, I do know that volley is there, just because he's on the same timer as me, the 330 crab from bot. So once the play was a bit doomed going into it, and I did get the kill, but it still like set up the situation where volley can invade my respawning 415. So my priority should have been getting that Mal's kill and resetting for the 415 respawn. So yeah, I didn't play it fast enough. I guess is the answer.
Mhm.
And then once I gave Volley the opportunity to invade my Krugs, and I knew that he was there and suspected the bot dive because of the HP at that time, I need to get out of base as fast as possible to just be at bot lane to prevent the dive, because I can just sit in fog, wait for Volley to make his move, and show up as an extra person and potentially swing the fight. And you want to defend your weak side when it's being dove, but otherwise play for top side. Um, After that, once I full cleared towards top, I don't want to invade that Raptors because Volley died, and I actually only had like 15-20 seconds for him to get to the same spot as me. So if he's like big braining me, he could have easily been at Raptors because or not even big braining me. If he was thinking about doing a Raptors clear into drag because he had bot prio from the dive he just pulled off, he could have just prevented me there. So it's like win-win for him to go to the Raptors there. He can prevent my like very obvious invade, and he can play for Dragon. Because he wasn't there actually, and I did suspect he was going to his Krugs for a full clear, I need to be pinging my Cho'Gath and looking at the next wave, because the next wave will tell me. Um, the next wave is what I want to play for, since Cho was pushed up with low mana. He wants to crash. So I need to be looking at Cho, and if I want to play for my top lane there, I need to be either telling him that Volibear is potentially coming through Tribrush, or I need to just be there and hover in his pink ward because I want to play for the 2v2. I didn't realize that that was like a winning situation, that 2v2. Um, what else? After he ganks that Cho'Gath, I could have fogged it to wait for the scuttle with Talon prio. And we could have waited for Volley to use all his abilities and then jumped on him and smite stolen, that kind of thing. Um, Instead of just like running at him and giving Shen a very easy R opportunity. Uh, what else?
I mean, you got a lot going, and I don't want to over. I don't want you to like. I don't want you to
I can
not keep going,
regurgitate.
but good. That's good. I'm glad you have a lot um
The biggest
to
takeaway was
handle.
definitely like looking at the waves and playing for them. Like that's something that I did read in your document. I just like it's really hard to build that without like practice. So I do need to practice that intuition building
Right.
because it's like I understand waves as a laner. Actually thinking about like being somewhere for a wave is like different.
Right. The one thing I would think about is the bot dive. It's not just about the bot dive or countering it. It's also about the wave. Everything is literally about the wave. So
Right, right,
real
right.
quick, like let's look at the timing of this bot dive. Right. What's gonna happen is like if you look at this wave real quick, this wave, like even if they fast crash it, like let's say Kaisa and Senna like drop a little bit, the cannon's gonna be tanking the turret and you'll make it there. So it's all about timing with waves. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, you got pretty much a lot of the notes that I had in mind. Um, the
Do I even reset there? Like I was so low.
Yeah, you need to reset. You need to reset.
I
Spend
need
gold
to reset,
and you
but then
reset.
I run out. But then
Yeah,
I ran out ASAP to get
yeah,
for that
yeah,
cannon crash.
yeah. What you could even do, I mean, you're off on a really shitty gold. It's like I don't know how bad Greaves is first item, but if you can go Greaves,
My item bills are a little scuffed. I need to figure out what I'm doing.
no, sure, but I'm just saying like Greaves first item would make you like so much faster to the bot
I'm
dive.
going footwear here though, so I can't buy Greaves.
Oh, yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm just letting you know that like if there is a timing crucial thing, like even defending your Krugs for example or your Raptors for example, if
Yeah.
you could go boots, that like changes it. But cool. Um, I'm gonna call it here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. For more content like this, make sure you join my Discord. Everything will be in the comments below. Right now I'm offering free coaching, so if you guys made it this long and you guys want more, come join my Discord and get some free coaching. All right, peace out, guys.